everybody. Welcome to the dugcast. Looks like we got a full house here in the chat. We've got the Needle Mover Society. We got Bean from PA. We got Sam. We got Ashen Jackal. We've got the one and the only Risey Lee, my favorite Australian. We've got Tonic Mole. It's awesome for all you guys to be here today. I've just been sitting around here being frustrated. Oh, we got Dave. Dave's in here. I've been sitting around playing my Martin. So, I've had this guitar for 3 or 4 years now. It popped up on Facebook. I just shared it. I don't remember. Don't remember the years exactly, but it's a early '90s Martin, and I really like it. If you don't wanna go to jail, don't be cyber stalking people on Twitter, then pretend it's all about memes, because the district attorney knows it's not. I hope you go to jail. 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 'Cause you're a jerk. Yeah, anyways, I'll just have a little fun there. Talking about stuff's there on the internet. People getting in trouble for cyber stalking and threatening to show up at people's house and be mean and do violent things, and then pretending like it's about these silly memes on the internet, and it's not. I hope y'all's having a good day. Me and Axel's just chilling out. We went for a walk this morning, and then a few minutes ago we decided to drive over to my brother's house. And while I'm at my brother's, he actually works at his home. He has an auto repair business where he rebuilds red cars and whatnot. And while I'm there, I get a phone call on his business phone, and it's one of those companies that call and tell you that you owe them lots of money. So I don't know if you guys know this, but a while back I had some problems with PayPal. I bought some things on PayPal and used PayPal credit and whatnot and paid it all off and everything. Well, I had my account hacked because some guys don't like me, and they decided to hack my account and buy a bunch of stuff and all this whatnot. And so I turned it into PayPal, and they keep giving me the runaround and won't even work with me on this stuff. I finally had to block PayPal from my bank account because they had access to my bank account and kept trying to take my money. And so now they've turned it over to a company, and they're trying to take my money. But now they're calling my brother's house, and it's a foreign company. It's not even an American company. It's based in India. When you go to their website, it's India, and the names don't even pretend to give their people Americanized names like most of these companies do. And so this guy's, my brother's like, Doug, this call's for you. And I'm like, okay. And I answer the phone. It's like, oh, this is so-and-so from this company. And I'm like, why are you calling my brother's house? He's like, well, now, sir, that we have you on the phone. I said, no. I said, why are you calling my brother's house? I said, I don't live here. This is his place of business. I said, don't you be calling here. I said, I've already talked to you. I've talked to PayPal until I'm blue in the face. I have perfect credit other than this crap. And so I told him, I said, I'm not paying it. You can leave me alone. I'm not going to set up a payment plan or anything. I feel like it's a scam. The whole thing seems like a scam. And I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't even the people I thought hacked my account, but it was this company hacking accounts and then sending you bills. It frustrates me. I am so mad right now. I had a big cup of coffee this morning, so like I'm just ready to destroy things. You guys don't even know. I'm like all jittery. I'm glad you can't see me on camera here, but we got all kind of people here in the chat. Tonic Mole says PayPal credit is like free money if you ignore them. The thing is, I always paid my bills. I don't care, to pay my bills when I feel like I owe them. I bought stuff on PayPal credit forever. I have like a really good credit score. You can look at my credit score. That'll be the only negative thing on there. If it even shows up, I don't think it has because my credit score hasn't been affected at all. So Rozzy says it's a scam. I'd agree. Rozzy has clown paint on his picture. I have clown paint on my picture most of the time, so I feel like he's right. Plus, he's Australian. So he's like, good day, mate. Throw some shrimp on the Barbie. We got Lorenzo in the chat. Lorenzo says, hail coffee. I agree, Lorenzo. And Ashen Jackal says, I owe the hospital a lot of money, so I get it. Well, that's the thing, though. Like, if I had run up the bill, or if I knew I was responsible for it, I wouldn't care to pay it. But I'm not paying something else. And Dave, here comes Dave with the, what do you mean I don't pay my bills on time? What do you think, I'm broke? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. There's a new way. I'll be first in line. Best, one of the greatest songs of all time. No, I'm glad you guys popped in to hear me rant for a few minutes. I wasn't on yesterday. Yesterday my nephews came over and we played video games. I got the retro USB AVS. We popped in Ninja Turtles 2, put the Game Genie codes on, and they sat and they played all the way through Turtles, the arcade game. They absolutely loved it. They had a blast. And I thought that was awesome that kids can play a 30-year-old video game and still get a kick out of it, Like, Atari's just a little bit before my time. I mean, it existed, was still around when I was a kid, but I was spoilt by Nintendo, so it's kind of hard for me to get into those games. But I feel like kids today probably feel that way about a lot of the Nintendo games. Sam says, I'm pretty eager to get the Outer Worlds soon. Dude, Outer Worlds has consumed my life. Thankfully, it was on Game Pass, so I could play. I've already beat the main quest once and probably got almost all the side quests done because I had like a million endings pop up. So I was talking to Skinny earlier today. I started an evil game, and the dialogue is so good in the game that the first time I was really evil and did bad things, it made me feel so bad. Because it's like, why did you do that? Why? And I'm like, no. Tonic Mole says TMNT forever. I have to agree, man. A while back, my nephew, we sitting here, and I've got an EverDrive on my Sega. So, I can play all the games on real hardware. But we played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone heist. And me and him played it all the way through with no cheat codes, no anything. And we had a great time playing that, so it was a lot of fun. Rozzy says, I love to hear you, Doug. You're my main man other than Skinny. He's my other favorite American. I can live with splitting the favorite American with Skinny. Skinny's a pretty good dude. He's been a good buddy of mine, and he's a good guy. I would have gone on and played games with you guys, but I was watching Dragon Ball Super. I'm really digging that right now. I'll watch a bunch, and then I'll take a break and get back to watching it. but I'm watching it right now. Skinny says, "When are we going to play some more Payday 2?" I don't know. We need to play though. We need to get Zach Hawkins, and we need to play some Payday 2. If you guys haven't played Payday 2 online with your friends, it's awesome. And Tonic Mole says, when it comes to indie comics, Ninja Turtles is the dream. Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman lived the dream. They totally did, and they were such a huge influence, like on just the style. For me, I was totally okay with making Lone Wolf black and white to begin with, just because they did. And Ninja Turtles, I mean, I think the second printing of issue 1, I found it in a comic shop one time and bought it. And it was great. Oh, yeah, Lorenzo, we need to get you on some Payday 2 as well. I remember one night it was me, you, and Zach Hawkins. I think I've played it once since then. So we definitely need to do that. Lorenzo says, "Have you had any games that won't work in the retro USB?" No, I haven't. The cool thing about that system, it's kind of expensive. It's not like the Retron 5 or the Retron HD by Hyperkin. This system. It's not an emulator. It's an actual all the hardware. It's what they call an FPGA, I believe. All the hardware is made to run Nintendo games. So it's not emulating the hardware. The hardware is designed to do it. But it's all modern stuff, so it runs better than what your old Nintendos run. So it runs every game. It'll run the EverDrive. The cool thing about the retro USB, the AVS, it also has a Famicom slot, so you can play all the Famicom games as well. And I've been thinking about buying some really cool Famicom games. Ash and Jackal says, "Friends, yeah, some of us have. Well, in real life, I have like maybe one or two, three really good friends that I still see on the regular, and but like overall, I have work friends, which are pretty much just acquaintances, and then I have these guys on the internet who are like better friends to me than people in the real world, people that I talk to almost on a daily basis, and they're just really good people. I've talked to people from all over the world now. I kind of wish that we were a little bit closer so we could hang out every once in a while, but you know how that is. Oh man, so I just been ranting for a few minutes. Finally got all the stuff in the mail to finish my bathroom. Only thing that it needs now is to put the shower curtain up. That's all it needs. Well, that and to be cleaned, because there's sawdust everywhere and all that good stuff. But once I get that took care of, that's back to normal. I just got to fix the water damage in my bedroom so I can actually start sleeping back in my bedroom. And I'm going to turn the bedroom I'm in right now into a game room and put all my game stuff in there. And I'm going to leave this little room that I'm in right now. I'm going to leave it as my comic book slash work area. I've got a desk in here I can write at, and I've got my music recording equipment and stuff in here. Tonic Mole says, "I only have internet friends because I'm creepy in real life." Well, some of us probably are all pretty creepy in real life. Risey says, "I like you guys more than my Perth mates," which is funny. I like to hear Risey talk and say mates and whatnot because it's so Australian. And Skinny's talking about Payday, says Doug likes killing everyone. I do. No witnesses, no anything. Everybody has to pay. And a lot of times I get carried away, and Skinny and Mrs. Skinny and Zach will try to take cops as hostages and make them fight for us, and they'll stop them, and I'll end up shooting them anyways. My favorite thing about Payday 2 is I also use old school weapons. So my guy's got like a cowboy revolver, like a Colt single action, and I've got a lever action rifle, and I rack up the kills. I have like way more kills than everybody else. Everybody else actually does the missions, and I just run around like killing everybody I can. I don't even understand how half the missions work. We play the same ones most of the time, but I don't even really do anything. I'm just like, I'm a cowboy, and I shoot people because that's how I roll. As far as I'm not not looked at any comic book news or anything like that. I do have a question. Back when I read comic books all the time, you could still get a subscription from like DC and Marvel. I had a subscription to every Batman book, so they would show up in the mail all the time. And I noticed that you can't really do that now from DC or Marvel. But there's a few companies that you can do that. And here's the thing: I don't have a local comic book shop. Like it take me like an hour and 20 minutes to drive to the closest one, and by the time I usually get there, all the books that I like are gone. So have any of you guys ever looked into a subscription service or anything like that? And if you have, can you like point me in the right direction? I'm really wanting to get the new Ghost Rider series and Ghost Rider 2099 and maybe some Spider-Man 2099. We got Kenneth Brown in the chat. He says, "What sort of shenanigans is Doug talking about now?" That's all I talk about is shenanigans, always. Lorenzo says, "I have a Yobo NES clone. It doesn't run everything, nor does it have HDMI support, but it was 20 or 30 bucks." Yeah, see, that's the cool thing about those. They run a lot of games, and they're okay. They won't run in EverDrive or anything like that, but that's pretty much like an emulator system. All the hardware is actually running in like an emulator on it, and the only bad thing about the retro USB AVS is it costs like $150, but it is HDMI. It has its own little operating system, so when you put the game in, you can actually put Game Genie codes and whatnot on it. You can change all the stuff. You can put scan lines on it and all that good stuff. Just whatever you want. Rozzy says always just get a pull list. Yeah, but you know what I hate about that is, like, what if I don't get to drive to the comic shop, like, for a month or two, and I don't want to just show up and have, like, 2 months full of comics and not buy them all. I don't want to make it. I don't want to make it hard on the comic shop. I do like to support them when I can and when I go there, but I don't want to be one of those deadbeats. Kenneth says Midtown Comics has a subscription service. I'll look into that. Tonic Mole says I've considered kickstarting a series that would ship monthly. Haven't figured out the logistics. As far as mainstream comics, I think subscriptions are dead except digital. Yeah, I think they are, and that kind of stinks. Used to, I'd go straight to the DC website and buy straight from them, and it seems kind of dumb for them to end that. I mean, I'd love to go check in the mail and there was a comic. It's like, hey, Batman. I was buying like 5 or 6 every title that had Batman in it at the time. I was buying. So and I mean, I'm willing to pay the $4. Skinny says Patreon, Tonic. Yeah, you could do a Patreon if you got your monthly subscribers to Patreon. They could get you could send them the comic every month. Yeah, that is what the Rags does. Lorenzo says, what about the Super Nintendo? Does it have a lot of the same games but better graphics? It's not the same games. It's a completely different system. It's got like different Mario games and whatnot. There are a few of those systems, but the funny thing is, a lot of the emulator systems on that will still run the EverDrive. And what the EverDrive is, and the reason I talk about that a lot, is it's a cartridge that you can put an SD card into, and you can load the SD card with ROMs. And so the cartridge will load, or when you put it in, you pick the ROM you want to load, and it loads up that ROM and plays it just like the regular game. Sam says the collected Battle Chaser stories came out as a collected hardcover last month. I'll nab that soon. I never read it before, but I played the game and really liked the art. I never played the game either. I don't know. I don't keep up with a lot anymore. I don't keep up with anything. I'm just kind of. I'm still stuck in the '90s. I still listen to '90s music. I still listen. I still like the '90s comic books. But I'm not like. I don't want the '90s to come back. And when I say '90s, I'm talking about like 90, 1990, 91, and 92. Everything after that, I don't really care about. I like the '80s, the late '80s, and the early '90s the best. So, like we were talking about doing a monthly comic thing. I would love to get to the point where I could do a monthly comic. Uh, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I want to write that much. I get kind of lazy. And what kills me though is I would be that prolific, but the whole promoting books and doing the whole Indiegogo thing is really burning me out, man. It's so it's so much of a hassle. I just want to write stories and then give them to artists and not have to do anything else. I'm okay with getting the books printed and shipping them and all that stuff. That stuff doesn't bother me. I don't care a bit to do that. But I'd like to get enough artists together that we could do at least a bi-monthly series. But that's the thing too. A lot of artists don't want to do that. They want to be paid up front, and I just can't. I can't swing it. We'll have to raise some money to get Psychotron off the ground. I've got the perfect artist, and the stuff he drew for me that I saw was amazing. But I just don't have the money to make it happen right now. And Lone Wolf 2 is going. It's being penciled and inked, but the same guy's penciling and inking it, so it's taking a while. I would love to be able to get, two guys, one to pencil and one to ink, and then get a colorist and a letterer so we could just, crank out books. But I just don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, I just don't really want to mess with eBay, man. Oh, yeah, I'm reading the chat here. Sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. It's not the easiest for me. I think this is the most viewers we've had in a while, 8 at one time. So this is pretty awesome. And this is just conversation. This is fun. Uh oh, we've got old Richard Davison in the chat. What's up, buddy? Sam said he's never used eBay. Oh, dude, I've been using eBay forever. Usually, if I buy anything off eBay now, I get on there and look for comic lots where they've got like a whole big collection of random stuff, uh, and then I'll buy like just a bunch of random stuff, and then get rid of what I don't want. Whatever. Uh, Me and Skinny, we're going back to the Patreon thing. Me and Skinny's been trying to think of a way to get a Patreon going to where we could crank out a monthly comic book, but we just can't figure it out yet. Maybe if we do small comics or something, I don't know, ash cans. I can't figure it out. I just want to make comic books, so you guys don't even know. I like to record music and do all that stuff, but music doesn't get me anywhere. Nobody will pay money for my music. And I've had a couple of guys, offer to pay me to make music for their campaigns, but I don't know. I don't feel right about doing stuff like that, especially for my friends. Uh, I did have somebody approach me, just a random person, and they were like, "I want you to make a song that sounds like this." And so I done it, and they're like, "Oh, well, I really would rather it be like this." So I did another one, and then they never got back to me. So then I wasted like 2 or 3 days working on music that they didn't even want to pay for. So that kind of burnt me on that. Yeah, perhaps an online comic, maybe. The thing is, we have to find somebody, an artist who wants to work, who wants to get paid afterwards, who'd like to split the profits, probably, because everybody wants to get paid up front and they want to work in comics, but they don't want to they don't want to collaborate. And what's funny is most artists can't write for crap. They can't come up with a good story. Some can, but a lot of them, they don't want to spend the time on the story. They want to spend the time on the art, and then they sit around and they just don't get nothing done, and they want to work for everybody else, and it's a pain in the butt. Come work for me for free. Dave, you're gonna kill me, buddy. And Dave says, "Have you tried offering coins?" Well, I thought about it. I really thought about it, Dave. Maybe that's where I should go. I should just sell coins. I could just draw my own picture and put it on a coin, and maybe I could make money that way instead of comics. The future is coins. Oh man, I laughed way too hard at that. And I think the coffee buzz is wearing off now. Now I'm ready to lay down and take a nap. Ash and Jackal says, gotta head off. Have a good one, Doug. Hey, thanks for dropping by, bud. If you guys aren't, go subscribe to Ash and Jackal's channel. He's a good dude. Does a lot of comic reviews. Does giveaways. So go check him out. Go check out his channel. Can you copy the rags or ACP method? I would really, we've talked about it, Kenneth, but the only thing is we can't get enough people. We can't get enough people that want to work that way. We've got a couple that do, but it's so hard to get things out. You know what I mean? Plus, we're an unproven entity. All I've got is one comic book under my belt. I just need to get some artists. I know a couple good artists who really want to work on something. So maybe, if I can get 2 or 3 books in the works, it'd be nice, but I can't really pay anybody right now. But maybe if I could talk them into doing it like ACP. I know ACP does a commission-based thing. And I honestly think if you guys saw the artwork, the character sketch for Psychotron, it would blow your minds. And I honestly think if I can talk the dude into doing like a page or 2 and paying for that maybe we could use that to get off the ground. I'm not sure. It's going to take some brainstorming. I ain't got time to brainstorm right now. I'm trying to get stupid Legends of the Lone Wolf done. We're getting close. We're getting real close. I can't wait to get that printed and get out of here. I still got to get some I got to get some trading cards printed. Got to get some people to design those. But if you haven't backed Legends of the Lone Wolf and you just want to support a bunch of rando indie guys, go check that out. Maybe I can see if all those guys want to do comics. Be nice to do monthly comics. We just got to figure out a way to get everybody paid. So that's the thing too. Like they need to realize it needs to work like a band. If I start a band and we're not signed, but say we have I've recorded a couple of really good songs and they seem to be people like them. And I get the guys in the band. They've got to realize that we're not going to get paid until we play some shows. And these artists and stuff need to realize that they're not going to get paid until we play some shows. But that's just something I got to figure out. Maybe I need to be a better salesman. I don't know. I don't like selling things. Well, that's about it for me ranting today. I hope y'all enjoyed my song at the beginning of the video. I hope y'all have a great day. I'm going to get off here and take Axel outside. He's wanting to go outside. Who wants to go outside, Axel? You want to go outside? You want to go outside? He's just looking at me. He's like, you know I do. He's like, you know I do. So I'm going to take him outside and walk around for a little bit. And then probably go work on my bathroom. Get it all straightened up. So I can finally start taking showers at my house again. Y'all have a good day. I will be back tomorrow to talk about something or nothing. I ain't made up my mind. Who knows? But I hope y'all have a good day. Oh, I know one thing I need to talk about. I got some comics. When we were doing the indie comics thing the other day, I had some people send me some PDFs. So I'm going to read those and we'll be talking about them the next couple days. So you guys stay tuned for that. And I appreciate you stopping by. And I'm going to get out of here. I'll talk at you later. Bye. Bye.